Yeah, what's good, y'all? We live once again. Back here for the Sorry is True podcast, episode 11. Appreciate y'all. Hold on one second. Let me tweet this out to everybody. Let me just toss this out. Let people know that we here rocking out. We got a bunch of stuff to go over today. Let me tweet this joint. Let me tweet this joint out. All right. This out. We live. We live. All right. Tweet that out. What's good? Salute y'all. I see y'all coming in the chat. I'm back here now on the stream. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What up with y'all? What up with y'all? I see y'all. The boy is live. Yes, sir. Sean Don, what up? What is that? I faked the moon landing. I faked the moon landing. Salute. Mark Mana. You shining in this lane. Thank you, homie. I appreciate that. Me as a podcaster ain't going nowhere. Podcasting is not it's not like construction, it's not like bodybuilding, it's not, you know what I mean? It's something that you can sit down. I could do this shit for 20 years from now, you know what I'm saying? Or until y'all get tired of me. And I feel like, you know, I'm always going to be able to rock out with a group of people, whether it's 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people. So yeah, I'll be here forever podcasting, you know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all. The Artist Life, what up? Brandon, finally ARP spending some time. Salute, homie. RJ Pro, we need a finances blog. Maybe we could touch on some stuff today. Maybe I'll let y'all throw me some questions later on. Them kicks is fire. Mr. Flu is jumping on it ASAP. I'll let you know what these are. Actually, these are the Adidas top 10 ESPN special edition. They got like gold knickknacks. They got the gold Adidas emblem sign on them, a gold ESPN sign on them, the gold 1979 emblem on them. The tongues say top 10. These are special edition. I think they came out earlier this year. Because they special edition, I ain't gonna rock them. I'm gonna let them ride. I'm gonna leave these just sitting. I probably won't even wear these. Got another colorway for laces that they come with. Matter of fact, I got the box down here with me too. I'll show y'all the box. But yeah, these came out earlier this year, which means that they're not in stores right now. But I'm pretty sure if you go online somewhere, or you know, y'all sneakerheads know how it is. I'm pretty sure y'all could find them. Yeah, the 1979 ESPN Adidas top 10 edition. All right, so yeah, anybody that's interested in grabbing those, yeah, nice little hot top. You know what I'm saying? They flow nice with a lot of different type of outfits. But like I said, I probably ain't gonna wear them anyway. So how was y'all Christmas, man? Before we start getting into these topics, we got a bunch of topics. I got some stuff that I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over the Javonte Davis domestic dispute that he just caught today. He's currently either in jail or he's made bond by now. We're gonna talk about the Murda, Mook, and Amber Rose Drink Champs clip that's going around. I don't know if the full episode is out yet or not. We're going to talk about Hitman versus EZ. We're going to talk about Master P and Romeo. We're going to talk about this viral picture with Derrick Rose and his wife and his BM. I got to get back to some street code too. I got a topic on my everlasting street code ethics that I want to break down with y'all. What else we got? I want to talk about Bags and Bodies episode 3 real quick. I want to talk about this Instagram clip that went around with these two kids in the car, the cop cars next to them. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, we'll get there. And I also got a flowers segment to give out. I got somebody that I want to toss some flowers to. You know, I'm going to keep doing those on some of these. So, yeah, we got a lot to go over. But before we get to our topics, let me look at the chat for a few. How was y'all Christmas? Did y'all enjoy y'all Christmas? ARP, don't be knowing what he's talking about. Just shout out to AM, man. I appreciate you. I hope you're not talking about sneakers, because if you are, you're definitely correct. I damn sure don't know enough about sneakers. I buy what I like. I already broke that down in the video. Why do you use the K and the A thumbnail? I gotta figure that out. I just saw that on YouTube as well. It's the banner of our YouTube channel currently. So there's something about when you go live on this platform that is grabbing the banner to the YouTube channel. So I got to figure that out and change that. What about champion of the year? Champion of the year, I haven't seen enough battles to really give an accurate assessment, to be honest. Um, there's a bunch of people that deserve to be on that list, though, of course. Johnny Blackwell, you the realest, bro. I appreciate that, homie. Devin Harris. Oh, we in for a goodie. Yeah, I just ran down the topics. Big K and A Ward. Yeah, like I said, I got to figure out why it's showing the banner. But as far as Big K and A Ward, we got some announcements starting soon. Stay subscribed to the channel. Before you know, announcements are gonna start dropping. Closure battles are gonna start dropping. Could be days away. And y'all will see whether A Ward and Big K is going down on this upcoming card or not. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. Stay tuned for the trailers and the releases dropping. All I know is that those two guys, they didn't like each other and now they hate each other. It got worse. You know what? I'll explain more later on. I don't want to ruin nothing. Rapman 76 ARPs to go. I appreciate that, homie. Adi Boomberg, yo, I faked the moon landing. You bugging out with that, man. Now I'm not into that, man. Shout out to both of those guys that you just mentioned. How was y'all Christmas? How was y'all Christmas? Before we get into these topics, how was y'all Christmas going? Or how did it go? Did y'all get what y'all wanted? Are y'all at an age now where you mostly give out gifts? I do most of just giving away during the holidays now. When I was a kid, of course, I got all gifts from family and friends or whatnot. But I don't really get that much shit, to be honest. I got a couple things this year. Maybe I'll tell y'all a couple things that I got. But I enjoyed it, man. I was definitely surrounded by friends and family. Um, we got a location that we tend to go to almost every Christmas. This year was probably like 7 families there. You know, everybody with husbands and the wives and the boyfriends and the girlfriends and the kids and the grandmas and all that, and a big Christmas dinner is cooked and all that. And then, you know, there's a big tree and all the gifts that all the fans bring, throw it on the tree. And then later on in the night, you know, everybody starts exchanging, handing out the gifts and all that type of stuff. So it's beautiful times, man. Beautiful moments. I get to sit back. I get to watch all these kids and grandchildren and godchildren um, open up gifts. I get to exchange with some of my people, family and friends and all that there. You know what I'm saying? We do that Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, um, I do exchanging with real inner family circle at the crib. You know what I'm saying? So I get to kind of like enjoy that holiday spirit twice. You know what I'm saying? My tree is already down. Yeah, that was quick. I got decorations in the front yard that's not down yet. I'll probably get to that this weekend or something like that. You know, the lights and the decorations and all that type of stuff. I'll get to that this weekend, hopefully. But my tree is already down, just that fast. As soon as all the gifts is from underneath the tree is going with it. You know what I mean, um, I think I think my favorite gift that I got this year is somebody got me an open plane ticket, meaning you can fill the destination to anywhere in the world. That's dope. That's dope. Like I could literally run it over and be like, "Yo, Africa." You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to Africa now. Yeah, I mean, just the flight, just the round trip flight, the going and the coming is what I got. I mean, I still got to take care of, you know, whatever type of resort or hotel, what I got to do on my own. But that's the favorite gift that I got. I think that's dope because those that know me know I've done a lot of traveling so far in my lifetime. I'm on my second passport. The first one didn't get filled up though. I ain't gonna lie. It expired. That's how long I've had passports. It expired and I just had to re-up it and get a new one. I got my last one during like the COVID era and I was scared because I had a trip coming up, but it came kind of quick and I didn't even have to do like that rush order shit and all that. But that's probably my favorite gift that I got this year. I got a bunch of gift certificates, like Nike and you know spots in like General Mall. Like I got a Macy's gift certificate. One of my boys got me a real light bubble Prada jacket as a gift. That was dope. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? because them things is expensive. You know what I'm saying? I had another friend gave me a dope book about getting rich or something like that, and just real introspective reading. I got some cool stuff. I'm not mad. I gave out a lot of dope stuff too. I gave out Yeezys and old throwback Jordans, and I laced the kids and the godchildren, and I spend a lot of money on Christmas every year round. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely take care of people. Um, but yeah, my Christmas was good. I hope y'all had a good Christmas. I see y'all in the comments. Stay blessed, super dope. That's lit. Open plane ticket. I'm telling you, man, that's because you get to a point where the person that got me the open plane ticket has been buying me Christmas gifts for a very, very long time. And you get to the point where it's just like, it gets tough to figure out what's going to be exciting to give somebody. And the holidays isn't supposed to be about gifts like, oh, look what I got. It's not really supposed to be about that, of course. But if you're a giver and you're a gift purchaser, you still want to try to be creative. You know what I'm saying? And this person obviously knows, like, I'm not gonna get him a T-shirt or some little small rand, like he does that, or he'll go to the mall and grab himself his own T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you keep it exciting for a guy like that that's been doing Christmas forever? And that one right there was a first for me. And people, like I said, know that I like to travel, so it was dope getting that. So yeah, I'm gonna cash in on that ASAP. I don't know if I'm gonna use that maybe in January. There's a lot that's going to be going on in January. I'm not sure how long I could be away in January. I got business going on. We got RBE shit going on because we will be having to promote our next card. Because, like I said, announcements is going to be days away. All right, I'm not bullshitting y'all. Announcements is days away for our upcoming card. So shit, January is going to be tight. I got a lot of stuff to stay close to in January. Now that I think about it. Well, whatever. All right, so let's start getting into these topics once again. I'm glad that everybody's here is having a safe holiday so far. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their Christmas. You know what I'm saying? We're counting down to New Year's. I don't go out during New Year's anymore. Once upon a time, I used to always look for the flyest or the biggest party for New Year's. I haven't done that in a very, very long time. I stay away from the crowds now. I'd say, like, over like the last 7, 8 years, the most that I've done is got up with my circle of family and friends, and we've put on fireworks shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go spend X amount of dollars getting my works, and my other boys will do the same thing. We all pull up, pop the trunks, line the sidewalk with all of our shit, and just take turns letting everything off for all the kids and the family. Just the worst thing about doing fireworks shows, because like I said, July 4th and New Year's is the times that we be doing them. The worst thing about fireworks shows is the cleanup. I did it one time. I was I did it in the worst area, man. I did it in the middle of the street, and at that time, I lived at a spot at a spot where the houses were real close to each other. And man, I'm telling you, like, I probably spent 5 hours after that cleaning up my neighbors' front yards. I had a blower out there trying to blow the shit into the street, then I sweep it like the big ass broom sweeping and pick every. Yo, I spent so much time cleaning up behind the fireworks show, and I bagged one of my boys. One of my boys, we lit up my fucking block. And then a year after that, he was like, "Yo, what's up? Fireworks shit at your crib again, right?" And I was like, "I know why the fuck you saying that. It's because you don't want to have to clean up your shit, nigga." You know what I'm saying? So going forward, I'm not doing no fireworks shows anywhere around my crib. We gotta find a parking lot. We gotta find an open place where it's allowed, or we gotta go to one of my people's cribs or something like that. Because that's the worst part about it. It's fun as fuck, especially got a lot of fireworks. A lot of people invest in it, like we do. But then the cleanup is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of your neighbors too. You can't just do them like that. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough you fuck around putting burn marks on their roofs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's get into some of these topics. Oh man, Javonte Davis, aka Tank, um, one of the more popular boxers in the world right now. The man is putting in pain. Very talented, very skilled. Boxing is nothing like it used to be. Like, when I really sat next to boxing, I'm talking about watched it religiously. I mean, the era that I was watching it was just, we had so much dope talent. It's the Mayweather era as well. You know what I'm saying? But during Mayweather's run, we had so much going on. We had so much talent. Remember when the heavyweight division was like the best division, like, or the most like when you had the Lennox Lewis's and yeah, I mean, like the Klitschko brothers dominating. Boxing just fell off to me. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these boxers love them or hate them, but they was major draws, like the Barreras and the Manny Pacquiao's and the fucking the Martinez and the Oscar De La Hoyas and all these guys was really really huge draws, and every time they came out, it was blood. We was getting several blockbusters per year. I don't feel that energy anymore. When's the last time I felt like there was some shit where I could be online at the supermarket and niggas like, yo, you watching the fight tonight? I can't tell you the last time I felt that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? But Tank is probably one of the few people that really stirs shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because the fight game ain't what it used to be to me. To me. You know what I'm saying? But this dude Tank, man, his amount of time. How old is he? He's like 20 something years old. I think he's like, I want to guess, like 23, 24 years old or something like that. I think they say. Uh, the thing about being, and let's give a little backdrop, okay? And I want to be respectful and I want to be slightly sensitive to it because I'm not the guy that ever wants to do a podcast or topics on people, whether I know them or not, and just jump out the window on them and just, smut their name and their reputations like that. And I'm not a big time blogger or podcast or nothing like that. It's not like the Joe Button podcast and Drink Champs and My Expert Opinion and Vlad and No Jumper and DJ Academics. Those guys come out and they saying some shit about you. Your reputation gonna take a hit. I'm just little old ARP. Maybe 5 years from now, my channel will be popping like that when it comes to podcasting. But in the meantime, I'm still sticking to the morals and the principles of it. I wouldn't want it to happen to me. So I try to throw a little bit of there's three sides to every story in there. All right. I'm going to contradict that in a second, though. Stay with me. I know I'm weird like that. But a backdrop to it is this is something that happened today, I believe. I think the articles are saying like hours ago. Javonte Davis was arrested. The accusations or the reports are that um, a female that he was with, he went to a house or something. Supposedly, this happened at a residence that he did not live at. And supposedly, this woman was hit in the face. Everybody's going to hear boxer and think that he punched her in the face. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Mike Tyson, like everybody was saying, like his hands got to be classified as a deadly weapon and all that type of shit. Like he should never be able to hit somebody outside the ring. I think that's how people's always going to look at a boxer. If you ever hear that a boxer's involved in a domestic dispute, people's going to amplify it times 20 because they're going to say boxers got hands. But a punch is a punch. You know what I'm saying? You give anybody a free shot on you, it's probably going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? If they of any type of size, strength, and have any type of athletic type of ability where they can, posture themselves a certain way. If a little child throws a punch at your leg, that's one thing. Grown ass man, you give him a free punch on you, you're going to feel it. Or you might not feel it because you might be out cold. You know what I'm saying? So that's the sorry it's true. But once you hear a boxer put their hands on somebody, on a domestic, a woman at that, it's going to be amplified, maybe deservingly so. But like I said, I want to be respectful because we don't have all the details yet. But that's the reports. Some woman at a house that, he didn't live at was punched in the face and supposedly it was him. I saw that it's only like $1,000 bond. I shouldn't say only because $1,000 is backbreaking to a lot of people. Um, I don't know. Maybe that's based on the state and the actual charge or the act, whatever, why the bond is so low. But, I don't want to say good for him or not good for him based on that amount. I don't know. We don't know what happened. More needs to come out. But that's not a good look. I feel like whether that's really absolutely what happened or not, where are the handlers and where are these young men? See, here's the thing. I feel like when you're that level of celebrity, because he's not an overnight celebrity. He didn't just get famous last night. He's been one of the most sought after boxers for quite some time now, for years. I feel like when you're in that type of position, you have to be matured very, very fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember when Floyd Mayweather was like just pretty boy Floyd? This was before money making Mayweather, and before he started having a little bit of like a bad boy reputation and everything like that. And, well, I should say image, the Mexican killer and all that type of stuff. When he was just Pretty Boy Floyd, just watch like his post boxing fight interviews. Like he was being media trained, he was being handled a certain way. This is when he was still a kid. Made sure that he was smiling, made sure that he was respectful. You know, later on, he started like cursing Larry Merchant out in his post-fight interviews and shit. You know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm making is that when you're the bag, when you're the celebrity, when you're the face, when you're the face of this company, this movement, when you have all this success around you, when you have handlers, when you have management, it's like when we see these young guys get into these situations, I just be wondering, like, is it a case where it's a mistake? Is it a case where they're lacking management or people around them that's going to keep them on the right path, considering the position that they're in? Or three, or C, do these people start to feel that the fame and the celebrity put them in a position where they can be lawless and they can just get away with shit, do whatever they want? That's like the three things I'd be thinking about when I see somebody that's been in the limelight that long and still makes those type of mistakes. Because you got to understand that you being who you are, you're not getting away with it. Even if the truth is that you went over there and pushed the person, you're not getting away with it because you are who you are. Somebody's going to scream wolf on you and it's going to be amplified regardless. You still going to have to go through the system, your reputation, all of that type of shit. Some of these situations get swept under the rug. Some of these situations people end up in jail for, probation for, paying big fines for, getting civil suits for, all types of shit. But it's just like, yo, which one of those three categories is he falling into? Now, here's why I said I'm about to contradict what I said earlier. The reason why I look at it and I'm just like, come on, dude, and I'm already given a certain stereotype, is because years ago, he pulled some shit with a woman that already paints a picture on how he moves. Do y'all remember the footage of him at a celebrity basketball game? They said it was his BM. His BM was sitting courtside or something like that. It's all on camera. You got hundreds, if not thousands of people in the arena just sitting there, you know, watching this game. He has the audacity to walk up to his BM in front of this whole arena of people. There's a million cameras from the arena. There's a million cell phones in here, all this shit. He walks up on shorty courtside, grabs her by the throat, and walks her to the exit in front of everybody. That to me is like, even if you got it in your mind, like, yo, I feel so violated by my BM. You know, she had the next nigga driving my car and they did shit in my backseat of my wheel that I bought and all that shit, or did something in my crib, or my kid was there. I feel so violated. The only way that I could express myself is physically. I'm not okaying it. I'm just talking about when people see red, right? But you got to think about a situation where you're in front of a million people. There's a point where you got to say, like, this is on the more reckless side of things, regardless of what you would have or what you would not have done if this was in private. In front of a whole arena, that's reckless. And that's why I go to that option 3 or option C. Is just like, do you think you lawless? Do you think you above this shit? Do you think that because you are who you are, you could just pull this type of shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I remember that footage of what he did years ago, courtside with his BM, let alone, I mean, there's a lot of people in the world that has had domestic disputes. I know a bunch of people. I have a close friend right now that's going through a major domestic dispute where he's facing years. You know what I'm saying? And some shit happened. I'm definitely not going to get into it here. You know what I mean? But I don't want to be a guy to just paint everybody that does what they do, given there's different variables involved. I don't want to just typecast everybody, because I know some people have been violated at extreme levels. There is that underlying law, should I say law, or should I say rule, of men. We don't put our hands on women, right? But I could take it to the Chris Rock shit. And I know he was being a comedian as part of a stand-up, but there was truth in jest when he said, nobody's above an ass whooping. Just don't do it. There's reasons to put your hands on an old ass man. Just don't do it. Right? Nobody's above an ass whooping. I don't give a fuck if it's a 5-year-old. If a 5-year-old pick up a gun and aiming at me, if I have a opportunity to break or snap his fucking arm, I'm gonna do this shit, because I'm gonna feel like my life is literally in danger. That shit happened. We just seen some shit recently. What's the kid? Was it because he didn't get a PS5 or some shit like that? Shot his mom in the face and killed her. You know what I'm saying? And I know we mingling in multiple topics, but the Javonte Davis shit to me is just, it's weird to hear. And he's got a fight coming up in a couple weeks. He's literally got a fight coming up in a couple. I'm sure he's gonna make, he got $1,000 bond. And he still is who he is. He still is gonna have all types of lawyers and a bunch of connections. And I'm pretty sure that he's still gonna be at that fight. It's probably not in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, dude, you gotta have some type of self-restraint. You gotta have some type of understanding of also who you are. Even if you that type of person where you just like, the only way I know how to express myself towards this woman because of what she did to me or what's going on is to put my hands on her. Even if you are that type of guy, you still got to layer on top who the fuck you are. Who you are, my nigga. Who you are. And some of the problem, I'm not saying this with Tank, but some of the problems be some of these people, especially the celebrities or people with money or power or connections, they go through shit, they get slaps on the wrist or they get off and then they feel like they could do it again. Until something happens where it's just like, nah, now we making an example out of your ass. You know what I'm saying? I could go into a subtopic about making an example real quick before we transition to the next one. Let's talk about the industry or these mega $1 million celebrities where like a Tank could walk up into AC or walk up into Vegas and put on a fight, and all these different companies and sponsors and people make millions of dollars. You know what they say? Like, let's say when LeBron played at Cleveland, like with Cleveland, like financially, the amount of money and revenue that was raised in Cleveland for all the local businesses and everything. Or think about when Floyd Mayweather fights in Vegas, all the surrounding businesses. Just think about small shit. Go ahead and fly your ass to fucking Miami for Memorial Day weekend, right? Pull up the flights, pull up the hotel prices, and then pull them up in fucking January, December, and look at it's like five times cheaper, right? Because there's certain things that's going on that make it an attraction and the prices go up. It's no different if Floyd Mayweather is fighting in Vegas that weekend. If I own a parking lot, yeah, on a random Monday, I might let you park in my shit for $20. Floyd is fighting and everybody's going to be needing, this whole shit is flooded. It's fight night. Parking is $200 tonight, boy. Happens at clubs. Lil Baby's performing tonight. Yeah, valet is $500 tonight. I've seen it. It happens. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about these celebrity, let's say, circles, you know what I'm saying, and these people that think that they're powerful enough to get away with foul behavior, right? When I was saying before about shit changing later on when they don't possibly need you, I always use like Wesley Snipes as an example for that. I feel like what Wesley Snipes served time for, it was like tax evade, some shit related to taxes, right? When Wesley Snipes was Blade, that would have never happened. That's just my opinion, because we've seen these scenarios and these situations happen over and over and over again. When you're past your prime in these big arenas, when I say an arena, I'm talking like, let's say Hollywood or let's say Vegas. When I say Vegas as its own arena, think about like the movie Casino, right? Like you thought like Joe Pesci and them niggas was the top dogs. No, there was somebody that had the green light, the restaurant license, and the green light, the ability to build that casino, and like the real owners of Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like the motherfuckers that'll get you buried like this, no matter who you are, how big you think you are. It's the same type of power pieces and power figures that's in Vegas, right? Or in Hollywood, the people that'll stop your career, the people that own the studios and all this type of shit, right? So when I look at like Wesley Snipes, when you out here passenger 57 mode and you Blade and all this type of shit, and you generating millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars and doing blockbuster movies and all that type of shit, you do have a piece about you that's above certain laws. You will get certain shit that gets swept under the rug. You catch a little charge or whatever, they're gonna make that go away. You know what I'm saying? I was about to use the Kobe example, but he passed away. So rest in peace. I won't use the Kobe example, but you catch my train of thought by me saying that, right? Let that have been somebody else or a retired player or something like that. That isn't some Hall of Fame or whatever. What was that? Charles Oakley that did like that at the Knicks arena. You know what I'm saying? Like, think, y'all. Think. Yeah, I mean, and Tank, there will come a day if this is in your personality, given that we could see, forget what happened today. We saw what you did at that basketball court, that celebrity basketball game. If this is in your character, don't think you shit, even if you get off of this and get away from this, go 10, 15 years from now, especially if you're not boxing anymore, and think you could just randomly run up on some woman or your old BM or whatever and act like this. If it's really a part of your natural character, and you'll get away with it the way you might only get $1,000 bond this time and still be at your fight in 2 weeks. If that warps your reality, all right, you better mature quick, homie, because it's not going down like that. And even if it is going down like that for now, it's not going down like that forever, because you're only as powerful as all the people that you could do for when you're in those type of systems. Is that real rap, y'all? Is that real? Where's my mouse? Is that real rap, y'all? Is that real rap? Fighting makes you more prone to abuse. Psst, crazy. Crazy. All right. I'm gonna leave Tank alone. I wish him and them the best. I'll be tuned into the fight in 2 weeks, because I have no doubt in my mind he's still gonna be fighting despite what happened to him today with this domestic dispute. But wish homie the best. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's jump into this real quick. this Mook and Amber Rose shit. Did y'all see the clip on Drink Champs with Murda, Mook, and Amber Rose? I caught it yesterday, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna toss this on my podcast. Fuck it, I'm gonna have some fun. Shout out to Murda Mook, man. Shout out to Mook. It's my guy. You know, we put some epic shit together. Had that man return to battle rap after being away for almost 5 years. RBE brought that man back to battle rap. We also did a social distance battle with him and all that type of shit. And since then, he's been back in battle rap. You seen him do 2-on-2s. He like the Tay Rock battle. He did the Geechee battle recently. Shout out to Mook, man. And it's good to see Mook stay in the public eye, whether he's going to certain interviews, whether he's hopping on interviews like Hip Hop Is Real and whatnot. Shout out to Hip Hop Is Real. It's good to see him stay active. But Mook, I don't like this clip that's going around with you and Amber Rose, man. I don't like that. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like it. So the clip, or like I said, I'm not sure if the full joint is out, but is Murda Mook and Amber Rose on Drink Champs. I think Lux might be there with him too. Shout out to Lux. So Mook is making a statement that not having talent is the new talent. It's a good perspective. Just think about that. Not having talent is the new talent. Now, it seems that that comment and that statement was more so aimed towards some of these Instagram models. It seemed like it was more aimed to women, right? That was just the way I perceived it, right? I mean, he's sitting there in front of Amber Rose. Then he starts freestyling or getting into this rap where he's kind of breaking down some of these. He's used the word hoes in it, or like these hoes doing this and doing that. But then again, you know, the guys are stupid for allowing them to do this. Trophy wives. We've met a bunch of trophy wives. We met a bunch of industry hoes. Like there's a saying, hoes is winning, right? They've been saying hoes is winning for a while. Just think about it. Right? This is not a shot to any of the hoes out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not a shot. I'm not here to fight y'all or nothing like that. But isn't that the talk of the town, right? We've been saying that for a while. Hoes is winning, right? What do we mean when we say hoes is winning? It kind of ties to what Mook is saying, that statement of not having talent is a new talent. Because when you think of having talent, you start thinking about people that have earned their position, whether it be from some form of grinding, some form of talent. Like let's say, I don't know, you went to school to be a lawyer, you went to school to be a nurse, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you were born with a gift to sing, you know, and you just became the next Mariah Carey or some or Beyonce type vocals, right? That's talent. Or acting skills. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's talent. But you got Amber Rose sitting in front of you. How did most of us meet Amber Rose? Me personally, I met Amber Rose just as it just looked like a sidekick to Kanye West at first, just some girl that he was walking around with. they matched each other's type of presentation, like the way that they both look like they was into fashion or whatever. I mean, for all we know, wasn't there a song Yeezy taught me or whatever? He claimed he gave Amber Rose everything that she is, right? Whatever. That's their personal shit. But Amber Rose is somebody that has what? A slut walk movement, right? What is Amber Rose's talent? What have I ever seen Amber Rose do other than, I don't know, stick up for hoes and sluts? Or I know her for being with Kanye West. I know her for being with Wiz Khalifa. I know her for being with 21 Savage, and I'm pretty sure there's others similar to Kim Kardashian. I know Kim Kardashian was on a show or something like that early on, but me personally, I probably saw her name blow up when she was with Reggie Bush, and you know what I'm saying. Then the sex tape comes out. You got the Ray J shit, and she's with Kanye. She turned her pussy into a whole fucking empire, right? But I never understood what Kim Kardashian's true talent is. You know, we seen her empire got so big that she's there with Trump helping people get out of jail and salute and whatnot. But I don't even see that talent with her, because if you see, you know, Kim publicly speak as if like she would take the podium, like let's say to speak up for like prison reform or something like that. Does she speak well? Does she seem to be cultivating or motivating somebody you could get behind to follow on important issues? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never realized what an Amber Rose or a Kim Kardashian's true talent was. And Murda Mook on Drink Champs, he has this rap that kind of paints around that, right? And when he's done rapping, Amber Rose kind of challenges him. It's just like, yo, you got a problem with it? And I think I saw it on World Star. And I think even the title of the video is like Amber Rose backs Murda Mook down or had him in the corner or something like that, right? You know, and titles are titles. Sometimes titles are meant to just be catchy, sometimes they're clickbaity, whatever. But when I see that title and I watch it for myself, the reason why I started this shit like, nah, Murda Mook, I don't like that shit, Mook. I don't like that shit, is because I know Mook. I know how Mook give it up. Mook said in the clip how aggressive he can be and how much he, you know what I'm saying? Now I get it as a female. Also, you might consider the platform, even though this is Nori and Drink Champs and niggas up there getting fucking drunk, talking about all types of wild shit, right? But Drink Champs, maybe you want to make sure that you come off to that large audience a certain way. And once again, this is a woman in front of you, and she happens to be a celebrity woman. She's got her network and her connections as well. Never know, he might be able to make some money with her one day. But when she challenged him based on his rap, the reason why I didn't really fuck with the way that he handled her um is because I feel like letting a woman like Amber Rose challenge you in your face like that, and then letting them get off the hook with the fact that we don't know you for having any talent, and you yourself do things called slut walks meanwhile you have a child. The reason why I think that somebody like Amber Rose deserves to be challenged, and why not having talent is the new talent is dangerous, is for the following generations. That's my justification in this argument in front of anybody. I don't care if I'm in front of Amber Rose. I don't care if I'm in front of another woman. I don't care if I'm in front of some woman civil rights movement. I don't give a fuck if I'm in front of other men. My justification for not agreeing with that type of mentality that Amber Rose was there debating and defending with Murda Mook is the generations to come. I don't think it's safe for these younger women to feel like this is all I need to do. I could end up with my own TV show if I end up sleeping or having a baby by, you know, the right guy, something like that. Think about it like this. And I feel like this would apply to definitely men, but women too. Let me ask you something. If you have a daughter, right? If you have a daughter, would you if let's say you're 12, you're 13, let's give a just breaking into 13. Your 13-year-old daughter walks up to you. This is for men and women, fathers and mothers. Your 13-year-old daughter walks up to you and says, yo, this Saturday, I'm going to go to Amber Rose's slut walk. What's your reaction? What's your reaction? If Amber Rose is out here defending that hoes, it's okay to whatever, and literally defending the word hoe because we've only used it in really one sense. Hoe. It's like nobody wants their daughter to be called a hoe. Nobody is gonna allow their daughter to be called a hoe and then justify like, oh no, you meant this in an endearing way. No, nobody. If it's your mother or your daughter, you're not fucking with the word hoe. You're not fucking with the terminology behind it. You're not fucking with the imagery of it. Okay. So this is what I want to go towards because I don't want to argue with the Amber Roses of the world because they'll have all different types of justifications of why they're important or why they've done what they've done and it's impacted people's lives in a positive way. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women that have gained confidence from watching Kim Kardashian or Amber Rose. I just don't want that type of confidence if it was my daughter or my sister or my mother because once again, what you're directly and indirectly promoting is that you don't have to secure yourself from a talent or grind to be successful. You just have to look a certain way. You just have to be in certain places at the right time or be next to certain people. That is not a form of independence. You may get to independence later on if this worked out. There's only but so many Kim Kardashians and Amber Roses in the world. All these women that might think that they're just going to find a sugar daddy and get taken care of or be the next trophy wife, good luck. A lot of these niggas are gonna take advantage of you. You're gonna get passed around the industry like most of these girls. Some of y'all are just gonna go into the new era form of prostitution, which is at least making sure that a nigga fly you out and pay for you, and you might leave with a bag or a couple dollars because maybe little baby raps about it. Get a bitch 1,000 or 5,000 for some ass and to send her back to where she's from. Some of y'all gonna justify getting paid like that. Some of y'all gonna think that that's a job within itself. I'll use Chris Rock again. He said a father's only job is to keep his daughter off the pole. And that's what I want to go after. I want to go after the fathers and the mothers. If it was your daughter, would you be cool with it? Anybody that's in this chat that says, nah, my 13-year-old could walk up on me and say, I want to go to the Amber Rose's slut walk this weekend. And they like, oh no, it's cool. Go ahead, Kim. Go ahead, go. Little Kimmy, go. My 13-year-old, I'll send her off. Or you allow Amber Rose to really try to put in your mind, like, no, it's okay to be a hoe or whatever. Or move like this towards success. Or this is a fine way to have ambition. If you end up in a certain situation, let me make this deviation real clear because I'm not a hater. If you are a woman and you end up next to a man or another woman, right? And the situation for you just ends up being successful and fruitful. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you genuinely like each other, love each other. You form this. He happens to be a millionaire or a billionaire. Millionaires and billionaires have girlfriends and wives too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just genuinely fell into a dope situation. There's no hate. There's no hate at all. You know what I'm saying? But to aspire is a different animal. To aspire, for example, you got a little daughter that's in the 5th grade, and instead of her head being in them books or trying to go find a trade to move towards a career or locate within herself what her talent is, whether it's talking, whether it's negotiating, whether it's selling, whether it's singing, whether it's dancing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of finding their talent or getting on some type of grind towards a career or some type of way where you know you could generate income to be independent if need be. If that's not your ambition, I think that's dangerous. We're already seeing that for this generation. We're already seeing that shit for this generation. The ambition is gone. IG within itself, things like Backpage and whatnot. Women is just like, yo, what I'm gonna go to school for? What I'm gonna get a job for? What I'm gonna have a career for? What I'm gonna go work a 9 to 5 for? What I'm gonna grind for? What I'm gonna fuck a talent? I could literally throw this on, throw that on, whatever, shake a little ass, show a little pussy over here, show a little nipple print over here, boom, 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 and get paid off for this post. And then you got some of these women on these fucking websites talking about, yeah, I made $10,000 last month off of my whatever page, back whatever it is, with the popular ones that women make. I'm not a hater. I'm just talking about the ambition towards that. To me, is dangerous. That's the problem. First of all, none of that shit is long term. Talent and built careers and built lanes last a large part of your life. You know what I'm saying? You could do that shit in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, right? You start to look towards retirement at a certain point in your 50s, 60s, and of course your 70s, depending on how you set yourself up. You know what I'm saying? But if your ambition is towards shaking some ass or whatever, and that's what you got off the books, you got off the talent, you got off the grind, you got off the careers, you was doing, and that was your mind state in your 20s. By the time you're in your 30s, or your mid 30s or your late 30s, what happens if you have a kid in that time span and your body doesn't form back up? We can get into plastic surgery and all that shit later on, but what happens if your body changes, whether just from a child that you had or just the nature of having time age your body? Women, by the time you get to your late 30s and your 40s, you might be fucked. You still trying to shake ass and you're 40 years old? I used that analogy a while ago. I was just like, give yourself an age of what you want to live to. Let's say you say, I want to live to about 70 or 80. Cool. So if you reach 40 and you want to make it to 70, that's 30 more years. If you've set yourself up to only be able to make money from shaking ass in your 20s and some of your 30s, what happens by the time you get to late 30s and 40s and you still got another 30, 20, 30, or 40 years of life to live? You better hope there's somebody there to take care of your ass at that point. That's my problem. My problem isn't falling into a situation that's dope. My problem isn't even doing it in the first place. My problem is having that as your set ambition. Because none of y'all that are mothers and fathers would aspire for your daughter to be the next Amber Rose. Or I shouldn't say be the next Amber Rose. Some of y'all might. But to be on the path of the next Amber Rose. Go find you a nigga, jump around, whatever. And if it works, have you a kid with, is that what you really aspire towards? Look at Brittany Renner. At least she's interesting. At least. Like, I've seen her Instagram before. At least she has personality and she's charismatic. Like, she looks like somebody that could be funny around, could be the life of the party. You know what I'm saying? You could enjoy her as company. You know what I'm saying? I could see her podcasting or talking, or that's a talent. She has charisma. She has good communication. She can get her point across to people. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? But what she's selling, like when she's fresh off of having a kid and the type of captions that she posts, like, I'm back out in these streets, hide your teenagers, hide your, like, that's a message that your child might see one day. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little defensive for the upcoming generation and the fathers and the mothers that wouldn't want that for their daughters. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Sorry, it's true. Sorry, it's true. Mook, I ain't like that shit. You let her off the hook, my nigga. You let her off the hook. Let me not get to battle rap yet. Master P and Romeo. Do we give a fuck? Do we care? Is this another 50 Cent and Marquis situation? Do we care? Do we care about Master P and Romeo? Let me look in the chat, man, because I'll skip this shit. Do we care? I just got a thing. I just got a personal thing about father and son that I can't get over. And that's why I could never really fully get over it with 50 Cent and Marquise. And we did those topics already. So go back and watch those and we give more details there. But looking at Master P and Lil Romeo, I did see Romeo make some type of statements like, you give all the money to the people that you're trying to have sponsor, endorse you, whatever. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but that means that, you know, you feel like your family isn't getting the big direct bread, so to speak, or opportunities that you would see the amounts given to somebody else. That's almost like, let me give a comparison to that. Well, I don't like that. Let me give you a comparison to that. Let's say, I'm gonna use two people that fuck with heavy. Let me use Hitman and Show Off, right? Let's say Hitman gets on Twitter and Hitman tweets, ARP paid me $1 million for my last 2 battles. Hashtag RBE shit, right? And let's say Show Off calls me and says, yo, the most you ever paid me was 15 racks. How the fuck you out here giving Hitman type of money you gave him? And I'm a day one, and I've been here since like the second card, and I'm one of the faces of RB. I'm a brick, you know what I'm saying? What I don't like is that people will turn the money that you have to spend to make the larger amounts and to progress the business, aka family business, like let's say Master P, based on what you did for them as individuals, if they're not in the same position as the other money makers. I hope I didn't say that too fast. Let's give an example of that. If Master P jumps out there and he gives um $250,000 to Lil Boosie to endorse his noodles that he's putting in stores, right? But then he turns around and he gives some type of stipend to his son of 20 grand. If his son turns around and gets mad at him for that, when Lil Boosie is a social media tyrant. You know what I'm saying? Now, Master P didn't, he didn't birth Lil Boosie. I don't even know how close they are. Maybe they cool. Let's say they just network. Let's say just business people. But you gave him 5 times what you gave his son, and your son that's your blood. That's your family. That's your heart, right? I hate when people do those type of comparisons, because what Little Boosie is doing at the business level of what the type of expense that I have to pay is nowhere near what Lil Romeo could do. And that's what happens over these years when you got somebody in Romeo's position continue to watch his father spend the type of money that he spends in certain directions. And let me make sure I clear this up for the people that just are not keeping up with the fact that I'm drawing parallels to make points. That did not happen with Hitman and Show Off, y'all. Okay. Show Off is smart. Show Off is not a hater. Hitman is smart. Hitman is not a hater. I do my best by both of them based on what's going to turn around. You know what I'm saying? I've made money with both of them. Did I lose money with both of them? I don't know. Whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Every situation is different based on what you bring to the table as an individual when you're conducting business. You know what I'm saying? What you would do for somebody personally is supposed to be separate. That's a whole nother conversation to make those points. But I feel like somebody in Romeo's position can see, especially where, we seen Romeo at the peak of his career when he was a hot topic and he was like a heartthrob and shit. And he's in magazines and the women was after him. He was getting all this other traction in all these different areas in the industry. We don't see that for Romeo right now. I don't. And if I don't pay attention to that much and you still come across my tape, like there's literally, let's say Young Thug. I can't name 10 Young Thug songs, but I know, and even before the YSL case, I know a lot of the fact that he's got a lot of traction out there. When you don't pay attention to somebody, yet they constantly still come across your desk, that's how popping that they are. Romeo, I haven't heard his name, seen his face until this in years. Literally, not a shot. Sorry, it's true. So when you take somebody in Romeo's position and you watch your father continue to these new relations, these big checks or whatnot, these business ventures, and you not at your peak anymore, and you're like, it was my father. Yeah, this nigga that was here today and gone tomorrow, you gave $250,000 or $1 million or whatever, and I'm sitting here with this. I just gave the analogy of why I think from a business perspective, it's wrong to look at shit like that. And you also got other tendencies that I'm not saying this is with Romeo. Other tendencies come into that, which is pure hating, right? Pure hating, counting the next man's pockets that may be able to generate more business with me than I do with you. So the situation with me and you changes business wise, right? So you got some hate that can be there. I don't know if that's the case of Romeo, but the other factor of it that I just don't fuck with is father and son. Pure father and son. There's only but so much Romeo could ever accuse his father of if we're talking about money or opportunity. Number one, the ultimate card in your hand, the ultimate big joker on the table is, motherfucker, I birthed you. That's the ultimate big joker right there. That's the obvious. We don't got to play that card. Let's save that. Let's let that bump with my partner's small joker, right? I'm speaking spades, y'all. Let me let that bump. You know what I mean? Like, we played our hands wrong with that. Let's talk about who Romeo is. Romeo would have even gotten to those peaks that we mentioned before, had any of those opportunities if his father wasn't Master P. He wouldn't have never had these opportunities to get out here and create his own name if it wasn't for Master P. One thing that we see in Bronny do right now is create his own name. You're never going to get out of LeBron's shadow because LeBron James is considered arguably the best sports figure across all sports in history. Like, they'll argue like him and Brady and Jordan. Like, come on. Like, Are we gonna see another LeBron with his son? The odds of that is pretty. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. I fuck with you, Brody, but like, nah. But the kid went from, honestly, like when I first started watching Bronny, because he was LeBron's son, that within itself is making a point, right? But when I started watching him, he was okay. He was cool. He was another baller. I grew up with niggas that beat him. At one point, I might have been able to beat the earlier Bronny that I saw. Now the nigga, he progressed a lot. He's got way more athletic. He's gotten faster. His offense, his bag is increased. Bag is not money. In basketball terms, bag is the type of moves that you have, y'all, for people that don't follow basketball. His bag is increased, his defense, like, and then he's got all this mentorship and tutelage that's coming his way from greats like his father. Probably in the backyard getting some of the biggest tips from LeBron James himself. You know what I'm saying? But we're watching his game now. The boy is good. He will eventually be able to be good enough to have his own lane. And that within itself is opportunity that millions and millions of kids will never have. Like, who would gamble against Bronny getting into the NBA? Who would gamble against it? Your father's LeBron James. He's already in. He just got to not be injured. And even still, he probably come in injured. Your father's LeBron James. Bronny's in the league already. Any girlfriend any girl he's fucking with right now, everybody knows that. I hope you got genuine niggas around you. Everybody knows he's in the league already. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Romeo. Similar thing. Master P ran one of the biggest movements in hip hop. No Limit. You coming behind that? The opportunities that man has had. I'm not saying that he didn't deserve them. I'm not saying Romeo did not deserve his opportunities. I'm just trying to say there's a million people that probably deserve them just as much and would never come close to the opportunities that he's had because Master P ain't their father. So what the fuck you gonna do with that lane? Like, I don't want to see Bronny 3 years into the league and then turn into what's the name that started fucking playing like shit. Remember, he's getting to the free throw line and choking, like double pumping his free throws and shit. And I think he was the number 1 pick. Anyway, y'all will hook me up either in the chat or in the comments. But the point being, like, if Bronny gets 3 years into his career and he starts playing like total shit, like nowhere near even overseas NBA, nothing level. You know what I'm saying? Yet the coaches are still starting him, and we still seeing his career continue, and he's still making all-star votes, all-star teams, and all this type of shit. Who's gonna respect it? Nobody. Want to know why? Because it's like, yo, you had this lane because of your father, and obviously he has talent too. So not to take that from him, but you also got this additional lane. Now go ahead and run the shit. Go ahead and ride down the lane. Go ahead and drive. If you switch over to the fucking slow lane and end up getting on the shoulder pulled over with your hazards on, that's on you, my nigga. I put you in a fast lane where niggas wasn't even on a fucking highway of opportunity. You were born into the fast lane, my nigga. Come on. Like I said, we're not even gonna play the big joker of you making it into this world. Just the opportunity in general. I can't fuck with it, son. I can't fuck with it. Fultz, thank you. Y'all know exactly what Markelle Fultz. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. Come on, man. If he started playing like Markelle Fultz and he was still getting started and making all-star teams and shit, we'd be like, fuck out of here. Want to know why? Because we don't want to see you pampered because of who your father is. No, I don't think this is Ben. I see you in the chat. I don't think this is Ben Simmons comparison. Leave Bet alone, man. Leave Bet alone. But I don't fuck with it, man. What's wrong with these kids, man? These kids coming up weird. Next topic. We already an hour in. I'm having fun, y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking. Do we make this one short? Derrick Rose, his picture of his wife and his BM rocking matching pajamas at Christmas or Christmas Eve or whatever going viral. Do we sit here for 10, 15 minutes talking about that, or do we make that short and sweet? I'm gonna look in the chat for this one for a second. Y'all fuck with. Well, I shouldn't say y'all fuck with that. It's kind of dope that you can be in that type of situation. People get along. Would you do it? Is my question. Women, ladies, can you have your husband and your baby father wearing matching pajamas in the crib? Fellas, can you have your wife and your BM, the mother of your son or your child, in the crib on Christmas Eve rocking matching pajamas? Can y'all do that? Skrilla, I'll get to the Chrome 23 stuff in a second. We're gonna do Hitman versus Easy in a second. So hold on for me, Skrilla. We're gonna get to some battle rap in a second. Old battle rap dude says, nah. The Take Back BRC says, yes, sir. No short for us. We talk. Oh, JR216 says, Swizz do it. Shout. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just asking what niggas do it. Rich James says, I don't, which means that you have that situation. You have a wife, have a BM, and you don't put them in that situation together. Now, of course, I'm talking about, let me scale down the example. I just want to say that if you're the man in this situation, let's use the analogy that you get along with both. You get along with your wife, obviously, that's your wife. And I shouldn't say obviously, right? But let's just say you get along with your wife and you get along with your BM. You're happy in both relationships, okay? Let's say in that situation, do you still bring them together on Christmas Eve, on Christmas, put them in matching pajamas, let them run around the crib together and doing pictures with them and Instagrams with them and shit? What's up? We doing that? For my family, yes. Augustus St. Troy says, for my family, yes. I ain't matching with no man. I've been saying, you talking about like if the woman is the centerpiece and you and the other dude in the same crib. I don't think no niggas gonna do it. King John says, oh nah. Woo Dub said, nope. I'm not stereotyping. I just feel like a lot of niggas ain't gonna do that. But what's up? I know it's a battle rap channel. I watch my analytics. There's not too many women that be on these channels, but women, what's up? I see one lady. I see Michelle Thompson. No thanks. LOL. All right. So one of the ladies' comments I got here says, nah, she ain't doing it neither. No way. Heck no. Everybody said no. One person said, for my family, I'm gonna do it. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, my grandparents do that. But grandparent, come on. Amani, you said grandparents. Does that count? I want to use the Derrick Rose type. Derrick Rose at his age, he's not old. He's still in the NBA. He's still playing in the NBA. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't want to use no grandparents. Niggas ain't even might not use people in their 70s and shit that's probably even done fucking. Like, no, let's use us young men and women. You know what I'm saying? Still getting it in. J Cortez says, hell nah. Polak, I ain't saying that racist ass shit you just said. He said certain people will. I don't know. But all right. Would I do it? The answer is no. This ain't me seeing what somebody's going through. Like, we had the topics earlier with like Javonte Davis, and we obviously just did the Lil Romeo and Master P and all that. And then I'm criticizing. I'm not criticizing Derrick Rose on this one. I'm not on him. I'm not going after him. I'm just saying I would not do it. I know in certain religions and in certain countries, having multiple wives and multiple women around the house at once and all that. I follow somebody on the gram that's into that. He just believes in having multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not fully against it. I just don't think it's for me. Is it because that's how I grew up? Is it because that's the lifestyle that I've seen in my face and that's kind of ingrained in my mind? To a degree, I'm an out of the box thinker, so no matter how I come up, I could change my direction. You know what I'm saying? But I am still a little old school in that sense, and I don't know if you can truly, for me, if I could ever truly give two women in that situation the type of loving energy that they will both deserve at the same time, without playing some type of game of fucking of charades. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think it's dangerous because Your wife has a certain expectation, and so does the mother of your child. They both have certain expectations. If there's ever any collision or disagreement there, what type of side you got to choose? Because it happens. It could be a argument, it could be a vibe, it could be energy, it could be something that's going on with the child, it could be something that's going on with Derrick, it could be where I want to live, location, whatever. I think building that type of camaraderie towards two people that you could never give the same type of energy to. Now, if he lived with both of them, Derrick, do your thing. That's what you believe in. Cool. That's what's up. But if the BM is over here living her life before the holidays, I brought her in to where my wife is. I can't do that. Me and my BM, we separated. I got to respect you as the mother of my child. I want to love you and take care of you as the mother of my child. I want us to share everything that we need to share to make sure that child gets everything that they need to have from a family orientated type of energy. Father, mother, son, or daughter. Do everything in my power for that. But the energy and the relationship that I have with my wife is different. This is supposed to be X for a reason. It's not continued. It's over for a reason. I have this new person here. How can I ever fully give that full respect to this person if I'm still putting a similar energy of a different woman that I'm no longer with right next to her? You got to do that separate. I just seen that picture with what's it, Blueface? Blueface got a fucking TV show. What's her name, right? I hate their relationship, that toxic ass shit, but they turned it into money. So shout out to them. It makes sense for them. They turned it into a fucking TV show, right? But I seen a picture of him with his BM and his child, for Christmas. You had to go do that separate. It's Christmas. I'm gonna go over here with the mother of my son and my son. I'm gonna sit down here for the holidays. We're gonna open gifts. We're gonna do that energy. We're gonna do the family thing. And then the rest of the year, I'm back over here with the woman that I'm with, doing TV shows and getting into fights with on the corner and all that type of shit, right? I don't think it's good. Derrick Rose, his personality seems like he don't even fucking talk. So maybe it's easier for him, but I'm an output type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like I output energy. You know what I mean? Like if I'm in my house for holidays or whatever, I'm gonna be flirting with my wife and be giving her certain type of energy. I got my PM here. I'm showing her some type of love because it's that. Like I do love you. I'm not in love with you anymore, or else we'd be together, but I love you. You know what I'm saying? You're the mother of my son. That's conflicting unless all three of us is together. You know what I'm saying? Doing the fucking multi-wife shit. I just think that them situations is time bombs. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Derrick. I told you I want to keep this one short, and I just wanted to bounce the question with y'all. But can you stabilize a woman? What do you mean, Kavion or Kavon? What do you mean by stabilize a woman? Give me more of what you mean by that. And I don't know if you're asking that to the chat, if you're asking me to speak on my own shit. Yeah, Rose, not like Blueface at all. Rose is super laid back and quiet as fuck. That's why I brought that up. Shout out to William Burney for mentioning that, because I do believe that that's part of it. I think his personality could be part of it. He could be walking around like a fucking robot for them. They probably are the ones with all the charisma and making shit, the energy be created in the crib. I'm not like that. So somebody could be slighted, or I could fuck around and step on a toe. If he's just walking around like a robot, not talking, and they're the ones creating all the energy, as long as they get along, then hey, it works, I guess, right? But it's amazing. As hustler, like ARP was time to watch so much TV. I couldn't catch that fully, LSU. The take back. We tried, but we can't. Oh, you tried it, but it didn't work. Shout out to everybody that tries that shit. But it ain't for me. It ain't for me. I'm not gonna go to battle rap just yet. I got two quick situations, street type situations that I want to talk about real quick. Then I'm gonna go to battle rap. I'm gonna keep these short. Don't wish jail. Even on your enemy. You don't wish jail on nobody. You see shit like we did the whole Stop Snitching series on this channel. I did 6 parts because I feel like people calling other people a snitch is so cliche. It's so overused. It's so popularized that people just say it, don't know the meaning of it, don't follow those codes, never been in that lifestyle, nothing, don't even fully understand it themselves and just blurt it out. To me, that's no different than when you hear People say, don't wish jail even on your worst enemy, right? And people come up like that. People come up in certain places around certain people. We're gonna get to it. Stay with me, folks, because I want to use a recent situation I just saw on World Star about this one right here. Come up in certain places, come up around certain people. This is what we do. This is what we say. Around here, we hate the cops. We all call them pigs around here. So you come up, you be like, oh, what's that? A cop car? Pigs the fuck out of here. We all hate snitches. It's the way we come up. You come up. Oh, everybody hates snitches? Okay, bet. Snitches get stitches. You know what I'm saying? We don't wish jail on even our worst enemy. Oh, word? We don't? We don't wish it nobody. That's what the hood says. Everybody around me saying. So we say in my local school and everything. All right, cool. I ain't wishing jail on my worst enemy. That's really how it happens. It's like a lot of indirect programming. Certain people, let me say the other side too. Certain people may have their own life experiences that create code for them to really believe that that's how they want to have the mentality of, you know what I'm saying? And I respect that if that's just you. But the people that just come up like that, and I'll give another example of that. Like, let's just take, some of these American hate religions or cultures, right? You got a 3 or 4-year-old overseas somewhere burning an American flag, right? Did he even meet an American before? Did he ever visit America before? Did he even touch the soil, go visit a state and say, damn, I hate the people, I hate the culture? Did he study America? Like, no, he's just coming up within it. It's the same thing with racism. You got a lot of these kids and grow up, around some of these parents, that teach them certain things like don't bring no black man home, don't bring no white girl home, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll say it for both sides. Yeah, I mean, like racism is passed down a lot. It's passed down. That's why if I ever anytime I've ever seen like a youngin or whatever acting a certain way, like what's our thought? What do we always say? What's the parents doing? What's the parents on? What type of parents you got? Right? That's our thought. Kids get into shit. A lot of kids do shit, learn shit from other kids, and got the internet and all that type of shit. They got cell phones just like the next person. So it's not always the parents' fault. Some parents do an amazing job, and people still end up how they end up, right? Um, but there is a lot of learned behavior from our society and from our environment. A lot of learned behavior. And this whole I don't wish jail on my worst enemy thing is one of them. You see that, especially in our culture, hip hop culture, black culture. Why? Why you can't wish jail on your worst enemy? I'm gonna start there, and then I'm gonna get into the example that I seen on World Star. Why you can't wish jail on your worst enemy? Mm. I don't know. I'm not a street guy, so I don't know if there's any street people in the chat. If you're a street person and y'all sliding on each other's fucking blocks every other fucking week, maybe one of your boys got shot or killed or some shit like that. I mean, you find out that the cops start raiding, the properties of your enemies. You're wrong if you be like, I hope they hit that nigga's fucking address too and grab his ass. And nigga shot at me last week. You're wrong for that, right? That's a code, right? Okay, cool. I'm gonna stay away from the street code on this one because we've done a lot of street code type shit lately, and I don't want y'all to think that I'm trying to advocate like I'm some street guy. I'm not. I just really want to do that snitching shit because that has been annoying me for years. Let me use something that's not street related, something I saw on World Star. Let me see if I got this girl's name. It almost brought tears to my eyes, real shit. I don't got her name, and I'm not gonna bring it up on World Star right now. But there's this woman that was just arrested, and what she was arrested for was the death of her 5-month-old baby that died from neglect, starvation, and abuse. Right. And like I said, I saw that shit on World Star. Shit almost brought tears to my eyes, my nigga. Like, I'm trying to give you like a visualization. Y'all could go to World Star later on and pull it up yourself. It's happened. It came out this week. Like within the last couple of days, this video went up. You ever see like them like little baby monkeys? You see like how skinny they are and use the rib show. You know what I'm saying? That's what the child looked like. The child look. They had a small video of like this little baby, like on a pacifier. You can see how skinny and deprived. You see the bone structure in his face and everything. Yeah, I mean, and I think they said, speaking of the fucking Murda Mook and Amber Rose shit earlier, right? I think they said like aspiring model or aspiring Instagram or whatever is charged, yada 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 yada. Now, you know, I could stereotype that if I want to and be like, what you too busy on, you know, Instagram and all that type of shit, or worrying about, you know, what the world is doing and social media while you got this newborn you just brought into the world. Yo, they said she never even took the kid to the hospital. For those that have kids out there, you know, it's like all those little checkups, you know, that, you know, early on the kids got to go to, right? But it's just like, you know, you got a week checkup and a month checkup and a 3-month checkup and a 6-month checkup and a 1 year, all that type of shit you guys got to go through, right? And they said this baby was never even taken to the hospital. You know how many things could be corrected for a baby, whether they're, you know, you're talking about their nutrition. You know what I'm saying? Oh, baby needs to switch to this formula, do this for this amount of time now. Boom. Little things that you can't even get that feedback of what to do within this next 6-month period of this baby growing, because you're not even taking the baby to the doctor. Not even taking the baby to the doctor. To see a 5-month-old die from neglect and abuse. Not just neglect and starvation. Like, just imagine just laying a baby 5-month-old on the floor and just running around, probably leaving a baby home by itself and all this type of just running around, just doing what you're doing. Neglect, right? Add abuse. They say they got neighbors knowing that beat the child. A 5-month-old, to me, that's somebody that they weren't ready to be a parent, a mother. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody that puts their hands on a 5-month-old, that's somebody that doesn't have patience. Because babies cry, right? You probably can't even sleep with a newborn. So people flip their fucking lids. You know what I mean? But you don't have the restraint or the patience or the maturity or the strength to keep your hands off of a 5-month-old newborn. Let's go back to the original shit now. Me, when I saw that her ass was arrested, I said, good for your fucking ass. I hope they throw you under the jail for what you did to that little 5-month-old baby. Is that okay? Or did I just break the code? Is that okay? Or did I just break the code? Check. Make sure my audio is good. I saw a comment in there. Yeah, they can hear me. Everybody can hear me. As an adult, we make sure no one breaks our body, can kill the body. How much more child? Man, gotta be careful with them. Chilling with Rakim, the tech guy, says, that's okay, what I just said. Making moves major said, lock her up. Caution is in the building. What's up, homie? I will see you soon. Caution said, yo. What's good, Caution? Shooters. William Burney says, that's okay. She deserved it. Raisha 2078 says she better in jail for her own safety. I respect what you just said, Raisha, but take that out of it. This topic is about the code of people always saying you can't wish jail on your worst enemy. Let's stick to the topic though. Did I just break the code, Raisha? After I'm done seeing the answers, I'm gonna get off this topic because I don't even like the topic. I'm starting to get frustrated, to be honest. I told you this shit pissed me off when I saw it. That's okay. She could have been suffering from postpartum depression, ARP. Very possible. You're not gonna be able to plead that to a judge or a jury. Postpartum depression is real. People go through it. But I don't know how many of y'all are going to say, because think about it. Let me make that black and white. Let me make that clear cut. I'm going to say the baby was murdered because neglect, starvation, and abuse, postpartum depression. If we're going to bring that up, then we're going to say this negates or excuses this. And I can't do that. I can't. Postpartum depression is real. But if that drives you, how many people are going through postpartum depression? Does that justify all the people that have postpartum depression every fucking year to starving, abusing, and neglecting a 5-month-old baby to death? I can't take the postpartum depression one. So I just want to know, finally, before I get off this topic, did I just break the code? The Take Back BRC, I'm sorry to hear that. Rest in peace. I'm sorry to hear that. No, not at all. Protecting the kids should be one of the main codes. I spoke about codes, and another code actually contradicts the code that some people blindly follow. Thank you for that one. That was dope. That was a dope addition. The kids code. Stomping on the bullshit one. I'm off this shit, y'all. I'm off this one. Let me get into battle rap. Before I get out of here. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I got one more for the street before we go to battle rap. 2 or 3 minutes on this one, then we out of here. I don't want to create a topic off of this one. Talk to a topic for this one. I just want to ask y'all, did y'all see it? Did y'all see the video? That viral video of the 2 kids in the car waving the extendos and all that shit, they joints at the cop sitting next to them through the tinted window. They in a car parked. There's a cop car sitting right next to them with a cop in it, and they got tinted windows. So they aiming their joints at the cop. Why they pulling this? Yo, what is up with the streets? Yo, how did social media build y'all like this? Man, fuck y'all. My era is the best era. 80s babies. Fuck y'all, man. Oh, fuck. Yo, what's up? Y'all saw that shit? Cops gonna be dealing. Yo, cops might go to hell and back to find them. What's good, TJ? This one, tell on myself error. Yo, they aiming their joints through the tinted window, assuming that the cop can't see him because of the tint, but they playing for the gram. They playing for the gram. I just wanted to ask y'all if y'all seen it. I'm off that. I don't want to create a topic out of that one. Battle rap. All right, talk to me real quick, y'all. Hitman Holla versus EZ Da Blok captain announced on Chrome 23. And I saw caution in here. I think caution is on that card. What are we doing here? Remy Ma. What are we doing here? Remy? What are we doing? What are you doing? How? Why? Where you get that bag from? When you start booking main events that big? Huh? What you up to? What you doing? Yo, I knew about it before it was announced, y'all. That's amazing. Hitman has a bunch of matches that would be dope. But EZ Da Blok is probably in the top 5 or 6 of the ones that I would want to see from Hitman. What I would like to see for Hitman, of course, is the Ill Will battle. Murda Mook, obviously. Shit, I sent those contracts out. Geechee. Who else? EZ Da Blok. Shit, I wouldn't mind seeing a Hitman and a Math rematch. Maybe it's just me. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Goods got a bunch of battles out there that he could do. I mean, Goods. Hitman got a bunch of battles out there. Hitman and Goods, I think, comes to mind a little bit. I think that's why I said that. A little bit. Not as much as the rest of the list that I just said. But Hitman's got a bunch of battles. But this EZ Da Blok one is like perfect timing. Because EZ Da Blok could say he's at his peak. You know what I'm saying? It's like think about Geechee's run, and Geechee's run and EZ Da Blok's run are going like this. Geechee is slightly more revered in battle rap than Easy. You know what I'm saying? He's had more matches and more moments than Easy thus far. But in parallel, they're both growing. And it's like you could say Easy's at his peak right now. I did see the joint. I had the stream for Bill Collector versus Rosenberg. I had that stream when he just 30 Big T. He definitely just 30 Big T. He wasn't playing. He hasn't been playing, period. Easy's got one of my favorite styles of recent people coming on the scene. The way he talks, the way he raps, his delivery, his content. I love that nigga's shit, man. I love that nigga's fucking raps. Real talk. I'll watch any EZ Da Blok captains battle, and he's at his peak right now. This could, you never know, because and the reason why I think I brought up Geechee is because Geechee's at his peak, but unless Geechee starts battling, let's say, artists that's like outside of the industry, like like Geechee is I don't know how much higher Geechee can go. People's already saying he's the face of battle rap. That's what they're saying about Geechee. So how much higher can Geechee go without matching up with some of these other celebrities and whatnot, right? He's already battled Mook. He's already battled Lux. You know what I'm saying? Like the Hitman battle could happen, for Geechee. So that's not the case with Easy though. Easy's at his peak, but he's still got more ceilings that he can be breaking through. You know what I mean? Like the Mook battle almost happened with him. But this is obviously the biggest match that Easy has ever. That's what's so dope to see too. When you see battlers move around and get opportunities that aren't being created in certain places, like let's say hypothetically Easy versus Hitman would never happen on RBE, or let's say it would never happen on URL, but for whatever reason, Remy was able to make it happen. Same thing. We just saw the same thing happen with Bill Collect and Rosenberg Raw. We heard talks of Lush in the mix for Raw and Bill. RBE was in the mix. I had signed contracts on that battle, but there was no BS that happened with Raw Bill. That battle had to go other directions for some other shit, right? Kind of complex. I might break that down for y'all one day. Trust me. That'll be a good Sorry It's True one. URL was in the mix for that battle, from what I understand. Everybody wanted that grudge match, right? But it was shout out to my nigga Stiz and Battle Academy that was able to make it happen. Here we are with Hitman and Easy. This is Easy's biggest matchup ever, despite his run on. He's been on RBE, he's been on Battle Academy, he's been on other leagues, but most of his work is on URL. But his biggest match is coming on Chrome 23. And for all we know, it could be his biggest bag, because Remy's got a nice bag. She's got a nice budget over there. I ain't counting nobody's pockets. I'm just saying, like, you can't pull off the cards that Remy is pulling off in tournaments and putting up 25 for this, and people's talking about how much you might have lost on some of these other cards or whatever, because you're investing still. You know what I'm saying? You're still building your platform, so you don't even have to take that fully as a loss. You write that off as your taxes. It's part of business building, right? But that's another story. And then you turn around and Hitman's not coming outside for no small money. Hitman could get a battle rap bag whenever the fuck he wants if he was taking, I don't even want to say the numbers, because then people are going to start to speculate too much. But even me, Hitman, I look at Hitman as like, I only got but so many people I fuck with in the code. I look at Hitman as like one of very few people I could call a friend in battle rap. Hitman just sent me a couple racks the other week on some appreciation shit. Right before Christmas too. Perfect time. I took that shit out, helped me do some of my Christmas shopping. Yeah, I need that. Good looking, Holla. That's a beautiful cash app. That's how me and Holla rock. And I say that to say, I still can't call Holla. And he's like, yo, man, yo, take this. He's like, yo, my brother and all, but I'm not coming out for that to battle. There's the business side of things. He's still got to manage his career a certain way. Remy got him outside. Remy dropped that bag. I'm assuming Easy got a nice check too. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope. It's Holla's biggest bag didn't come from, all of his URL battles or when he battled Shotty Horror. It came on RBE. And I didn't put in all those early battles with Holla, but we had that relationship. And when he came over here, he got his biggest battle and his biggest bag. There's nothing wrong with that if you fuck with somebody. And I'm kind of just shouting out EZ for being able to move around and pop up on Chrome 23 and get his biggest matchup. And I don't know what the bag is, but I know it's got to be good. It's got to be nice. You know what I'm saying? This shit is dope. Shout out to Remy for making that shit happen. Shout out to Chrome 23 for making that shit happen. This is going to be one of the biggest matches of the year, and it's happening. It's already announced. We're not even at 2023, and it's already been announced. Because we know who our ringers are. You know, you get a fucking a Hitman, a Mook, a Lux, Geechee too, even though Geechee battles, he's more frequent. So that's the only reason why, as far as like the whole culture stopping, that's the only reason why I say like the Luxes and the Mooks and the Hitmans before Geechee, or a little only because Geechee battles more. You know what I'm saying? Geechee's a huge draw, though, of course. You see the point I'm making. Cassidy, Hollow. I still put Hollow in there because he don't battle a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are people that it's like when they battle, it's super newsworthy. If you're a battle rap fan, and we have our culture, we know who these ringers are. And Hitman's back outside, so that automatically makes it one of the biggest matches of 2023, automatically. And for all you know, he might only battle once in 2023. This could be. You never know. You never know. I mean, we heard that there was negotiations for Geechee, regardless of what leagues it came from. It didn't happen. What happened? Either one league or two leagues or three leagues couldn't get the bag up the right way, maybe, or maybe the timing, or maybe stipulations, or maybe politics, right? Holla's not gonna dance around a lot of that shit. He's gonna sit down and be like, I don't need that shit. I'm good over here, right? Remy made that shit happen. This is gonna be one of the biggest battles already of 2023. And shout out to anybody that's on that card. Like I said, cautions on that card. I'm hearing, man, cautions on that card. Who do I got? Oh man, I told Holla it's an uphill battle. I told Holla, nigga, Holla started rapping. He started spinning a couple bars on the phone like that. He was freestyling. He's in mode. I know how Holla get when he get it. Holla could be doing a TV show. He could be doing Wildin' Out. He could be on tour. He could be stopping and doing a mixtape or an album. When he gets booked for a battle, I remember we did a live when we announced him and Cassidy. Remember how energetic Holla was? Me and him was on a live. He ran in the backyard. Pardon me, y'all. Got on his trampoline. Yo, he was like, yo, I'm in mode. Like, I'm hyped. I gotta expend this energy. I gotta direct this energy somewhere. He was running around his house. He started shooting hoops in his house, the little hoop shit. He started throwing darts to the dartboard. He was like, yo, Cass, we out. Then he did the fucking speaking of EZ, the top tier disc. He jumped on that track. When Holla gets booked, his battle rap shit is like, it's for the rest of it. You could tell he's gonna be a battle rapper as far as his energy forever, because it's just something that's just in him. You know what I'm saying? And I heard that when I was on the phone with him, like, oh wow. Cause I'm telling him, you don't gotta warn a veteran like fucking Holla about how dangerous EZ is, but I still say it. Like, yo, EZ, nigga, don't fuck up my will battle. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, Holla, don't fuck up me calling you and us figuring out this will battle from letting EZ 30 you or some shit. Like, yo, nah. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, battle wasn't even announced yet, nigga. But as far as EZ, EZ gonna talk his talk. I don't know what type of angles you would have on Holla. You could go more of I hate to use the word superficial. I'm just trying to make a point. Like a more superficial route, and use anything controversial that has come up tied to Holla's name and spin it. We know the realities of certain situations that his name comes up in. You know what I mean? But it's battle rap. So it's about creating moments, creating punchlines, creating an image up there on that stage or whatever. And EZ plays with them words. So there's a bunch of directions that he can go in for Holla, because Holla's been around a lot. His name has been around a lot. So you could just pick at some of this shit and just start creating angles. I would. I'm not even a rapper, and I could look at creative angles that I would mess around with if I was writing for Holla. This is, man, it's a dangerous battle. It's gonna be a dangerous battle. Somebody could get hurt bad from this one. Like 2-1 either way. That's what I got until I start seeing more talk. And I know that they got some shits. I didn't listen to them yet. They probably been in spaces together and all that. I seen them titles floating around. I just didn't click any of them yet. But until I start seeing, like, if I see a face off, get a read on certain energy, maybe have another phone call or two, hear certain things. You know what I mean? Maybe see some trailers drop or something. I don't know. I got to get a little bit more of a read on how they both feeling. I don't want to see that respect shit. I don't want them to be too respectful to each other. I think they fuck with each other, but it's time to suit up once you get booked. I'll be trying to see Friends have classics. We got those on the RBE channel. Let Friends have class. And I'm not saying EZ and Holla is Friends. I'm just saying no excuses. The fans, the culture, get a big battle like this. We need it to be dope. So I'm 2-1 either way until I see a little bit more leading in. Till I see a little bit more. I don't know. That's dangerous for Holla. Yeah, it is. But Holla takes a lot of dangerous battles. Say that to Holla in an interview and then watch how he responds. He's gonna read off his resume. I took this person when he was named. I took K-Shine when he was this. I took this. I took Rock when he was this, and I beat Rock. Blah, blah. And Holla gonna say a bunch of shit that's gonna be like, that's true. He's always in dangerous battles. Still Hitman Holla for a reason, and EZ is who he is for a reason. So EZ never seen anyone like Holla. I don't think either one of them has really seen anyone like the other person. Holla, of course, seen every type of monster, right? Yeah. But EZ's resume is crazy. EZ is stood in front of some goats too. And once you strip away the resume and all that type of shit, when that coin flips, it's about what you came with your 3 rounds and how you perform them and how you connect them. That's what it always comes down to. You know what I'm saying? Like, battle rap sometimes is more like football. Like in basketball, when you got like a series, like a playoff series, the better team is supposed to win. Despite adjustments that you make during the series and shit, the better team usually wins. They say any given Sunday for football for a reason. One little fumble, one little interception could be game. One mistake could be game, right? Battle rap is more like that. I know we like to go on the past a lot, rightfully so. Like, I don't know, his last one was shaky or this or that, blah, blah. I've proven that a lot. Like, I've seen a lot of battlers have shaky performances or take L's in their last performances. The next battle, I book them or whatever, through the roof, or they redeem them. Look at 40 bars. She just did it. That battle's about to drop in a couple of days. 40 bars was Ill Will. It'd be redemption. So I don't look at the past as that moment. What y'all gonna do right there? What did y'all bring for that? I don't know. Like I said, that's why I got to get more of a read. 2-1 either way for now. 2-1 either way for now. And speaking of Holla real quick, I do want to shout out Bags and Bodies. I didn't catch up with episode 4 yet, but I saw episode 3. So I feel like I'm fairly up to speed. Episode 3 starts to feel like it starts to bring this series together that much more. It starts to make things more personal. And of course, there's more of that to come. But it starts to build the energies and the characters a little bit more. And it's just like, it's like a leap up. Like episode 1, episode 2, dope. Episode 3 starts to make you connect into the show more. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's the foot, for those that didn't see it, go to Coastal Rain TV, get your subscription. For those that didn't see it, you know, there's footage of like the Snake Eyes and the Bad News fight in there, and what how Holla had to deal with that situation based on the rules that he set for the crib. And I'm not gonna spoil nothing. He gives this long speech to the whole crib, and even the speech, like, there's gems in it, there's jewels in it. Even though he's still talking to these 2 people, it's dope shit. And then of course the battle is out. Bad News versus Snake Eyes. Great fucking battle. And the way that Ruin Your Day shot it with the fucking circling camera, stupid. But episode 3, they go paintballing in episode 3. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see who got shot the fuck up. Some niggas bleeding, marked up from getting shot up and all that type of shit when they went paintballing. They go out to eat. You get to see people's personalities more. I ain't gonna spoil somebody in there talking about the type of shit that they ate before. Even I was watching it like, you ate that shit? That's nasty. But that's what starts to make shows interesting, because you start to have certain traits about the characters that you start to look at him like, oh, this is the wild person. This is the light. This is the loud person. This is the quiet person. This person is adventurous. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what episode 3 started to do for me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, should Holla be in the champion of the year mention? Bags and Bodies don't put you in the conversation alone for being able to do something like that in the culture. I don't know. I'll just throw it out there. Go get up on that Bags and Bodies, y'all. It's dope. I just got one more thing to do before I get out of here, y'all. And that's get into my quick flowers segment. I think I hit all my topics. Yep, I hit all my topics. I want to give flowers to somebody. This person is one of my favorite rappers. It's been one of my favorite rappers for a very, very long time. I'm talking about on beat. Yeah, I'm not talking about battlers. I'm talking about on beat. But I feel like everybody in battle rap probably knows him. I've been promoting him like to my friends. Like I'll share his mixtapes to people. I play him in the wheel. I keep up with his career. I keep up with his mixtapes. I've even had the honor of being on one of his mixtapes. And the reason why I want to give this person flowers is because I really don't understand how somebody can continue to pump out that level of artistry, lyricism, and eyebrow raising bars and lines for this amount of time at this pace. It's like, when do you start to run out of material? There's another artist. A lot of y'all may not know who I'm talking about, but I said him before on the channel years ago, and I'm a fan of him. I've been following him for a long time. His name is T-Rock. T dash Rock, ROCK. He was running with 666 Mafia for a second. I'm just getting off of the person I'm giving flowers to just to make a point. Scott T-Rock. I'm a CD and an album and a mixtape collector for anybody that I've ever shown pieces of my collection to before. And some of my pieces of my collection are in old blogs and videos and shit. And T-Rock, I have the most CDs of. I don't know how he put out that much material and still is able to stay so consistent. If I hope he's probably got like, I probably got like 50 CDs from him. Like 50 mixtapes and albums from T-Rock. And he rarely has features, no short songs, the format typically of 3 verses and a hook. I'm gonna just be like, how, T-Rock? How you're making this much more music? Back to my guy with flowers that I'm giving flowers to. The artistry, the bars, the creativity. RJ Payne, how do you do it? I've been doing the music thing from the sandbox. I've been there watching, studying, and tuning in to the greats forever, to even the unknowns. T-Rock is one of those guys, but RJ Payne. I go back with RJ Payne to Rain Man. I even booked him for a battle one time, Rain Man versus Jims, for people that really know their RBE history, right? And then after Rain Man, I remember he was going by Izzy for real for a second. IZZIE, I think it was spelled. Izzy for real. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, RJ Payne. RJ Payne, when he had that name, that's the one that started to break through. People found out who he was, finally. Artists and celebrities and producers started finding out who he is. Listen to him. One thing about RJ Payne that was really grabbing it, not just his artistry and his talent, but his voice. He's got the voice where it's just like, yo, that nigga's delivery and his voice just really pushes shit down. Like, it just lands. It just lands the lines crazy, right? And this man's creativity is through the roof. One thing that I see him do, because I follow him on the gram, he does a lot of movie type shit, epic cinematic type shit, where he'll take the Bronx Tale Like the scene from Bronx Tale when the epic shit, Sonny locks the door on the bikers. Now you can't leave. And he'll put that whole scene in rap format. I think he did a whole mixtape of New Jack City. And I think it was co-hosted and narrated by Ice-T, the real Ice-T. And I think he did it from the perspective of Nino Brown getting out of jail. What? A whole tape like that of Nino Brown home now. Yo, RJ is stupid. I had the pleasure of dropping putting a drop on, I think is his Sean Price dedication. That's one thing about RJ Payne that I like a lot too. This man, I've never seen an artist pay more homage than RJ Payne. Nobody. To our fallen soldiers and legends, to people that are actively. I think he did one for Big Pun. I think he did one for Sean Price. I think he did one for Prodigy. Like full mixtapes, I think. Nobody pays more homage to our culture as another fellow artist than RJ Payne. Humble guy, talented guy. We had a song of him that he wrote for RBE, playing at the end of most of our battles. Bone Crush, I ain't never scared. Like, and look, man, I ain't never scared. Shot and we played that at the end of all of our battles. And the only reason that we stopped is because somebody told us that that beat, was up like kind of like remixed or something like that, and like the sample of it was they owned it. So we stopped using it. We was like, all right, cool, whatever. And I hit RJ up and I was just like, yo, where you get this beat? He was like, somebody hooked him up with it, whatever. But it's not like he watched a producer create it from scratch, so he wasn't sure. So he was like, you know what, we're not even gonna fuck with it. Or we're not fuck with it. We're not even gonna risk it. So we stopped putting that on our shit. But go back to some of our old battles, how the battles would end, and you would see that song come on and our social medias run. That's RJ. That's RJ. You know what I'm saying? Very, very humble guy, hardworking guy. His talent, he literally is one of my favorite rappers of all time. And that coming from me, not to pat myself on the back, but pat me doing the music thing the way that I do it. I didn't call motherfuckers out. I didn't call the Cassidys and the 40 Cows out and be like, yo, I got more of your music than you. You don't even have all your own mixtapes. I got them. That's how I be calling niggas out over the years. That's my collection. That's how deep I do. I used to go crazy over mixtapes. Like I was there when mixtapes was the super it thing. The super it thing. The double CD Drama King, K-Slay CDs, and the Clue mixtapes and the DJ. I was there. Don't make me get up and go grab this shit. You know what I'm saying? All the Pat Poose mixtapes. And that's where I come from. I was fucking with everybody. I got Gravy CD. I got everybody. Everything. So for me to say you one of my favorite rappers, on the low, who's another one of my favorite rappers on beat? Joey Jihad. On the low. My Philly niggas, man. Y'all niggas don't know about that taking out the trash. You don't want to see me spaz, hit him up. You don't want to see me spaz, hit him up. Get him. Shout out to Hattie, man. Hattie's another one on the niggas don't know. But flowers, man, for RJ Payne. I don't know how you do it, how you've been doing it this long and still being this good and putting out this amount of creativity and material. That's born talent. To be truly, truly born to do it with somebody else that doesn't have that talent like me to say how and don't understand it, that's how. It's like born with that shit, man. Salute to you, G's. All right. We hit all of our topics. Thank you everybody for tuning in to Sorry It's True, episode 11. I think I'm gonna stay in this format where I do them live, and then I'll chop down the individual pieces as the week goes on for y'all. But yeah, happy holidays, y'all. Let's all glide into the New Year's safe and sound. Don't just use Christmas to spread blessings and spread love and try to be with your family and your friends and keep a mellow attitude and all that. Like let's keep it going. Keep it going to New Year's, keep it going past New Year's. I'm not the resolution type. I feel like anything that I want to change, doesn't matter whether it's a Monday or a January or beginning of the year, a summer, it doesn't matter. Change the shit, do the shit. Don't wait. But if you the resolution type, then you days away, make it productive. All right. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? But everybody be safe. Me, I ain't gonna be out there. No club, no ball drop, no festival, no none of that New Year shit for me, man. It's too hectic. Be right here in the crib. I might have some announcements or some battles dropping on New Year's. Who knows? Stay tuned to the channel. But in the meantime, sorry it's true. Appreciate y'all once again. Y'all be safe out there, man. Thank you for tuning in. It's your boy. I'm out of here.